Okay, now where's class rep's house? I figured I could just ask Shizuru after class, but our homeroom ended late, so she went home without me. Not good. I can't just tell Chihaya I don't know where class rep's house is. I wouldn't look cool anymore. I still want to get with her too. Both. Oh, good idea. Why don't you come with us, Kotori?
私もあの二人が仲直りしてくれた方が嬉しいからね。ご一緒して仲人に徹するよ。
Okay. I talked to our teacher, and she tells me the address right away. Then the three of us start heading for class rep's house. Though the apartment she lives in is pretty far away, it's nowhere near any of our houses. So not only Chihaya, but even Kotori and I don't know this neighborhood very well.
こっちに来るのは初めてだね。
Slums. We never had a reason to come here usually. Good thing I asked the teacher to draw a map for us.
ケーキ屋さん、あそこでお見舞いを買っていきましょう。
That might work. We take a detour into a small cute cake shop and split the cost of 4 little cakes. Since none of us know what class rep likes, we bought a shortcake, a chocolate cake, a Mont Blanc, and a green tea cake. I asked whether they had any super spicy cakes, but they just laughed and looked at me like a crazy person. You fucking stupid idiot. After we leave the cake shop, there's a flower shop next door begging us to come in.
気が利くね。なんだか総合病院のテナントみたいだよ。あ、ここも寄ります。お花も買っていきましょう。
No. Flowers is a typical present for a sick person. I don't know if it's a good idea for a class rep. It's a terrible idea.
いえ、買ってこうと思います。いいの？はい。彼女だって本当はお花好きなんですよね。
Yeah, that's what Shizuru said. She just doesn't want to touch them because they might wilt.
そりゃ、ひまわりの栽培だったら水や肥料や天気の関係で枯れることもあると思います。
That's such a stupid idea. This is a stupid idea.
でも、お見舞いの花ですよ。妖怪じゃあるまいし、触れた途端にしおしおと枯れるわけもない。
What you could do, and I don't even know if I would want to do this, but you could put it in like a vase or like a plastic wrapping and then give it to her so she can technically hold it, but she doesn't touch it. Because she just can't touch it. She's not going to touch it. If she does, it'll die. It'll probably die instantly. That's true, but class rep wears those gloves because she's afraid they might.
それってつまり、食わず嫌いと同じってことです。
Please don't.
避けてるから避け続ける。だから脅迫観念になる。
She is right too. 確
かにそういうのはあるかもしれないけど。小さい頃のその一件からもう何年も経ってるわけでしょ。
I don't know. It's probably.
そろそろ吹っ切ってもいいはずです。
Okay, let's be 100% honest here. It's more than just flowers that die. 100%. She's probably killed someone. Probably her parents. Or maybe not her parents, but someone else that she was probably really close to. She probably fucking killed them. And that's why she doesn't want to touch anyone. And that's why she has such a very traumatic experience and response to all this stuff. So you know what? It's probably not the smartest idea to try to force this.
苦手だから避ける。また避けるの悪循環の繰り返しでは、この花さんも最後には社会生活に支障をきたすと思いますよ。
It probably causes a more serious problem if she doesn't think it's real. So you want to break her out of that cycle by force? That's a terrible idea.
そんな物騒なつもりはありません。ただそのお花ってこんなにも綺麗でいい匂いなんだよってことを思い出、彼女の気持ちも少しずつ整理がついていくんじゃないかと思って。
No.
そういうことならいいんじゃないかな。
Just bring it in like a vase or something. So you can tell her she doesn't have to touch it. She can just look at it. She can smell it. She can look at it. She can look at it. She She can put water in like a cup and then pour it into the flower and not touch it.
彼女を怯えさせるためじゃなく、本当の意味で仲良しになるための
I
最
just
初
think
の
it's
一歩として。
smarter just to go the cake route. Don't bring anything living. That's just my opinion. I'm bad at socializing though, so don't take my advice.
これが過去を水に流すきっかけになればいいなと思いまして。どうです？
She definitely has a point, and this is definitely not going to work. From what Shizuru said, Class Rep still likes flowers and animals, even though she's afraid of touching them. We can't force her to touch these flowers, but she might be able to water them at least. What do you think, Kotori? It seems okay to me as long as we aren't forcing her to do anything. I mean, this is going to be inherently forcing her to do something, though, so... yeah.
ありなんじゃないかな。
It could.
長い目で見れば、委員長も花を怖がらなくてもいいことを思い出してくれてもいいと思うし。
本当に私たちが友人なら、それを応援してあげるべきだと思います。かわいそうじゃないですか。女の子に生まれたのに、お花をめでることもできず、動物を抱いたり、撫でたりもできない人生なんて。
I think regardless if she's a girl or not, it would be pretty terrible not to touch any living creature, yeah? Or being, object. It's not technically plants aren't creatures. I wonder if Chihaya has any similar experiences. This feels like more than just sympathy. Yeah, she was all alone herself too. But I do know one thing now. Kotori Chihaya seems like a short-tempered, unpleasant girl at times, but she also has plenty of kindness and consideration. I wouldn't put unpleasant there, but whatever. That's why I'm sure. Despite their fighting and all the awkwardness between them, Chihaya never wanted that to happen. No shit. She wants to be friends with her, and she can be nice to her even in this situation. If she didn't really want to make it, if she didn't really want to make up, then she wouldn't have proposed we go talk to class rep, much less buy flowers for her. You're actually pretty nice, actually.
小太郎以外にはいいやつです。
Like a good girl. She'd be cute if she was more honest. Such a shame. Fucking press X to doubt on that one, dude. Maybe for you. We get a bouquet of pastel-colored flowers. Cakes and flowers. Yeah, we couldn't be more prepared for this. Then we round the corner. There's a nice little two-story apartment building. It was probably built very recently. On top of it is a little open-air garden. Like many other buildings in this city, it's pretty nice.
地図によるなら、あのアパートだね。
Did she live alone? These look like single rooms.
ですね。一人で病気は辛いはず。やっぱり来て正解でしたね。
雑炊でも作ってあげたら喜ぶかね。さっきスーパーがあったから戻って少し買い物していく？
She probably would like that, but if the three of us barged in and started making that, it'd just feel awkward for her. For today, let's just check on her, offer her the cakes, then leave her alone.
そうですね。それで軽く仲直りってのが理想的なシナリオだと思います。
204号室。2階の一番奥みたいだね。
We go up the stairs, then all the way around. All the rooms we pass are pretty empty. Or are empty. It's a bit lonely, but the walls probably aren't that thick, so maybe it's nicer without anyone living next door.
204この花。ここですね。
Yeah, I'd imagine Konohana's is Konohana's room. This is where class rep lives. The cutesy nameplate and the little planter outside the door both have nice looking artificial flowers in them. I see, Shizuru was right. She clearly likes flowers, but if they were real, she'd be too afraid of killing them. She probably won't like the fact that Chihaya brought flowers. Probably not. Let's just hope she understands that Chihaya wants to help her get past her fear.
呼び鈴押すよ。
Okay, grind the bell into the dust.
普通にポチリで結構です。
じゃあグリグリポチリの方向で。あれ
We can hear something moving around even though we haven't rung the bell yet. Did we happen to get here when she was about to go out? The door opens and class rep almost walks right into us. I've never seen her outside of school, so seeing her out of uniform is interesting. That long gothic jacket suits her mature demeanor quite well. There's no way it'd look as good on Chihaya or Kotori. Class rep looks at her three guests with shock. Yeah, how's it going? Hey, class rep. Sorry for coming unannounced. How are you feeling?
顔色はそんなに悪くないみたいだね。
薬を飲んだから平気だ。
Uh-huh.
みたいですね。外出しようという気になるくらいには元気になったみたいです。これは何の真似か。
Class rep notices the bouquet and the cakes we brought, then starts to get worried. We brought some cakes for you, and Chihaya brought flowers. As expected, class rep's face turns dark for a moment. We knew this was coming. Chihaya explains herself quickly. None of us want class rep to think we came here to torture her.
気持ちは嬉しいが。お花、本当は好きだって聞きました。玄関の中もすごく綺麗に飾ってあるじゃないですか。
The part of the apartment we can see behind class rep is very neatly arranged. It's also beautifully decorated with fake flowers, making it extremely clear how much she really loves flowers. Yeah. After seeing this, no one would ever believe she avoided those pansies because she thought they were filthy. But she's stepping back now because of the living flowers Chihaya brought.
やっぱり生のお花は苦手かな。
昔いろいろあったらしいってのも聞きました。それ以来お花や動物に触れるのが怖いってのも。
Or like plastic wrapping that she can just put into something. She doesn't actually have to touch it. So then she has the sensation of real flowers. She just doesn't have to touch it ever, which still sucks. But you know what? It's still better than this. Class rep loses her composure a bit upon realizing that we know about her past. But Chai continues smiling brightly.
ひまわりくらい偶然枯れることだってあります。
Yeah.
私だって昔かっこつけて知識もないのにバラを育てようとして全部枯らしちゃったことありますもの。
This is the exact same thing.
生物を傷ませちゃったこともあるし、腐らせて大変なことにしちゃったこともあります。でもそれらは不慣れで不器用な幼少時代には誰もが一度は経験する失敗じゃないでしょうか。
I sure love that this is just like a kid meme, right? Yeah.
言いたいことはわかるか。そういうのを生やし立てるムカつく男子とかがいるのは知ってます。ささやかな失敗をそういう連中に生やし立てられ、この花さんは傷つけられたに違いない。
Shizuru told us about what happened to you, about the sunflower and the goldfish. So many of those coincidences happened around the same time and everyone else wouldn't let you forget it. So you became afraid of touching things.
そうか。しずるがか。
あ、私たちはね、猫の時のこととかボールの時のこととかを怒ってなんか全然いないんだよ。
事情がわからない時は私もカチンときましたが、この花さんにも同情すべき事情があったことが分かり、その
Oh, that's cute little face right there too. Oh. She traveled a great distance to find you and be friends again.
私のセリフを勝手に奪わないでください。そういうことです。
私たちは全然怒ってないんだよ。そして本当はお花も大好きなのに怖くて触れられないなんて本当にかわいそうだなって思って。
Before she could finish, Chihaya holds out the bouquet. Chihaya is smiling strongly.
大丈夫。触れても絶対に枯れません。私が保証します。気持ちは嬉しいが、この花さんが触れてこの花が枯れるようなことがあったら、それはこの花さんのせいじゃありません。すぐ枯れちゃうような花を売りつけやがったあの花屋のせいです。その
Chihaya swings her fist. She must be making it look silly on purpose. Chihaya is trying her best to keep everything calm and friendly, hoping class rep will accept her bouquet. She's not going to. Hoping that would make them friends again, putting all their fights behind them. That's what she wants more than anything right now.
ありがとう。気持ちはありがたく受け取るが。ほら、大丈夫だってば。
Chihaya makes one final push. All the pretty flowers end up in class rep's chest. And just like the cat that from a few days ago, in fact, this is a repeat of that day. Wow, what a fucking surprise.
ね、お花。
The petals scatter, fluttering through the air for just a moment. It has a fantastical beauty. But behind that beauty, class rep's expression is filled with not only loneliness, but pain. The bouquet had fallen apart, strewn across the floor. Chihaya had been knocked back into me. If I wasn't there to catch her, she would have ended up on the ground. The box of cake Kotori was holding also got knocked away by class rep's hands and is now a pitiful mess on the ground. Hey, wow, go figure. I just offered to bring some cakes, and this would have been a good idea. Whatever. We don't have to open the box to know they're ruined. Yes, it's a repeat of that day, and it ended the exact same way. Who would have guessed? Regret shows up on both of their faces. From class rep's point of view, this was a perfect chance to go back to being friends. But she needed more time before she could try holding that bouquet on her own. It must have been the same way for Chihaya. If class rep took this bouquet, that would have been a perfect sign of their friendship. But that was a rule she'd invented up on her own. She knew full well that class rep was afraid of touching flowers, but she underestimated the depth of that wound. Yeah, who would have guessed? If she gave class rep those flowers, that would have been the end of their fighting. It wasn't as shallow as an idea as it sounds, but it was also a message, a way of saying they could get back together no problem. So instead of a lengthy, dramatic build-up, she chose to hand class rep the bouquet as casually as possible. They both made mistakes, and those mistakes ran into each other head first. Well, I try to think of something I can say to repair the damage, but damn it, I can't think of anything. Score 1. I know I need to say something fast. Ah, that sucks. I know what these two are like. If I don't butt in now, they'll start covering up their sadness and regret with anger.
こんなもの欲しいなんて言った覚えは一度もない。迷惑だ。ああ、そうですか。そうでしたよね。お花大嫌いでしたもんね。余計なお世話でしたね。ほんとすみません。ああ、余計なお世話だ。嫌いだと言ってる。花も動物も嫌いだと最初からずっと言ってる。いつ私が花を好きだなんて言ったのか。そうですよね。言ってませんね。すみません。大嫌いなお花を押し付けて本当にすみませんでした。お花も動物も人間も何もかも嫌いならおとなしく閉じこもって二度と表に出ないでください。
This is perfect.
私は今日一日そうしていた。勝手にやってきたのはそっちだ。
やめて。どうして二人とも心にもないことを言い合うの？二人とも仲直りしたいはずなのに。
そうですね。最初はそのつもりでしたが、きれいさっぱりその気持ちもなくなりました。元より大鳥さんと仲が良かった覚えもない。余計なおせっかいを焼かれる覚えなどこれっぽっちも覚えがない。
Wow, this is just great.
そうですね。仲が良かった覚え、私もありません。
Good job, Katara. Great job.
あなたは一人ぼっちで委員長ぶって威張ってればいいじゃないですか。友達なんて一人もいないくせに。
Ah, idiot. Even Chihaya herself looks like she knows she shouldn't have said that. Because of her obsession with cleanliness, class rep hasn't had a single friend other than Shizuru. We could have fixed this if he'd just not been stupid. Everyone understood that, but didn't want to touch on it. And now Chihaya, you idiot. Again, you're kind of shifting the blame here, Katara. You knew full well this was going to end this way. You could have stopped it at any point. You were pushing just as hard as she was. If she apologized right away, the wound might have been shallow. But Chai is too riled up to do anything like that. After a while, she frowns and speaks again.
どうもお邪魔しました。帰ります。さようなら。金輪際さようなら。ああ、さようなら。帰れ帰れ。二度と来るな。大鳥千早。
Chai turns around and steps away down the stairs. Class rep silently watches her leave, then glares at us, implying she has nothing to say to us. She looks like a small animal with its hair standing on end to make itself look intimidating. Neither I nor Kotori can think of anything to say to her. Good job, dude. Class rep. Class rep says that and goes back inside. The sound of the door slamming shut is none other than her fierce rejection. All that remains are the smashed cake box and the scattered flowers. How'd this happen? No one would know. I wonder whether or not to ring the doorbell as Kotori shakes her head. That's a fucking great idea, dude. You should totally do that. Kotori crouches down and gathers up the flowers. She puts them back into a bouquet and then leaves them next to the door. As expected, the cakes are a complete mess. We can't leave these here. We look at class rep's nameplate one last time, then walk away, wondering what we should do now. Now I hear footsteps racing up the stairs. Did Chihaya come back? No, someone much smaller. It's Shizuru.
Kotaro, Kotori, どうしてここに?
Well, Shizuru seems to have figured out what happened based on the cake box in my hands. After Kotori and I tell her what happened, Shizuru sighs softly. Hey, that was a great fucking idea, guys. Yeah, maybe we were being a bit optimistic. Yeah. I can handle that. Kotori? Stay Kotori. Okay, thanks. We could have fixed that if we just brought cakes. You realize that, right? We could have just avoided the bouquet and been perfectly fine. Class rep and Shizuru. They're not even in the same year, much less the same class. Why are they so close? I don't know, maybe because they're in the same secret organization. No, that can't be it. Whatever the reason, there's no doubt she's the only one here who can possibly help class rep. Alright, take care of class rep for us, moral guard. We'll just have to trust her. Shizuru seems to understand what we need to do, that we need to do something about this for class rep's sake. For today, we have to leave and let her do what she can. Evelyn Katara. Tomorrow we'll talk to Chihaya at school, or so I thought. Somehow we spotted her in the park on the way home. She's sitting on a swing looking down at the ground. I can tell how she feels without asking. I got this.
Chi-chan.
I will cheer her up. Kotori tries to talk to her, but Chihaya doesn't answer. Even so, I still think there's hope. If she really hated class rep, she'd never get sad like this. Well, that sucked. What on earth do we do now? I say something casually and sit down on the adjacent swing. She's clearly giving off a please leave me alone aura, but everyone who does that really wants the opposite. Chihaya wants to... great mindset right there. Chihaya wants to talk to someone to help sort out her feelings. Kotori understands that too. We both gaze up in silence at the evening sky until Chihaya opens her mouth. Yeah, it went about as badly as possible. Don't get mad, class rep didn't mean to do that either. I mean, everyone's at fault here. Chihaya shouts, still looking down. I can see her teardrops falling onto her skirt. No! No, you're not. That is an issue, though. True. True. That's what fucking baby steps are for. Because you wanted to help her without actually thinking logically through it. You were thinking, oh, I can help her do this. Without like actually thinking like realistically if that would solve the problem. It's not like a terrible thing, but it's just... You're just thinking a little too far ahead.
Chi-chan.
Kotori puts her hand on Chihaya's head, but it's already too late to hold back the tears.
私、最低です。やっぱり友達なんて作れないな。
And of course, Chihaya's already alone. Feels like she never has friends, so I mean, I just want her to be happy, okay? Let me hug her, please. There's no time for us to chime in. We just need to let her get out all her feelings out. So we both spend the next few minutes listening quietly to Chihaya. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
ルチアも深く後悔している。短期は損期だ。
After talking to Shizuru, I know for sure that class rep feels exactly the same as Chihaya. Well, obviously. Namely, they both want to make up with each other, and they both feel bad about what they said yesterday.
花に触ったら死ぬわけじゃない。多少苦手だとしても、あそこはルチアがこらえるべきだった。
Yes, they do. I don't care what you're saying. If she could do that, this wouldn't be an issue to begin with.
そうではあるが。
Unless the gloves, like, prevent them from, like, dying. Glass rep's in pain, too.
本人だって治そうとはしてる。あれでも、昔に比べればだいぶマシになった。
But 100%, she has some fucking power that kills living things. If someone had a deep wound, they're the only ones who can truly heal it. If she doesn't defeat it herself, it'll never go away. No one can get rid of it for her, no matter how far they are. Those flowers really were a mistake. Chai thought it would be okay, but I should have stopped her. Exactly. You heard it directly from Shizuru. You knew how traumatic it was. Like, I don't trust, like, Kotaro retelling the story. You are responsible for that. I'm partly responsible for naively hoping it would work out. Partly. Half.
時間は巻き戻らない。
That's
後悔しても
50%.
遅いし、誰が悪いわけでもない。
You're in the neutral third party. Chihaya is too deeply invested in wanting it to work, so she's not going to think about it perfectly. It's on you, buddy. Why does this keep happening? They both want to make up, but they keep failing at it. Well, because that's just how people are.
山嵐のジレンマだ。近づきすぎるばかりが愛情じゃない。
The Hedgehog's Dilemma. That's from a famous Schopenhauer. Fucking Germans. Parable. Two hedgehogs who want to be friends try to get close to each other, but they hurt each other with their spines. But they can be good friends without getting that close. I mean, they just didn't rub their backs against each other. They could probably, like, stand on two legs, right? There's a distance where people can still be kind to each other.
今回の一件で、ルチアも自分と向かい合ういい機会になったと思う。きっと遠くない将来、過去の古傷を乗り越えてくれると信じて。
Maybe. Yeah, Class Rep's been working hard to overcome it all this time. She can do it. And we'll be there to support her. Friends don't try to meddle with or forcibly correct their friends' problem. That's just forcing their values on someone. Gee, I wonder who's trying to force something right now. Whatever. Or trying to meddle it. Gee, I wonder. What's that secret she's hiding? I wonder if that's meddling or anything like that. Nah, probably not. This is complete hypocrisy. Good God. They're really troublesome hedgehogs. They both want to make up, but they keep poking each other.
滑稽だ。なんとかしたい。